What's going on, guys? Bob Buskirk here at ThinkComputers, and today we're taking a look at a case from Fractal Design. It is their Define XL-R2, and it's basically the big daddy of the Define line. This is a full tower case, so you're gonna have support for XL ATX motherboards as well as extended ATX motherboards, and it is the R2 version, which means it's revision 2, so they've added some new things, kind of brought the case up to date. So let's just go ahead and check it out. Now, the signature of the Define series is this nice front door. Now, it may look like brushed aluminum. I'm not really sure if you guys can see in the video, but it's actually plastic, but it just covers the front of the case. It gives it that nice, sleek design. Now, if we open this up here, and you guys can see there is actually sound dampening material right here. So, you know, all the sounds that your system is making, it is actually going to dampen that, so you're not gonna have this, you know, overly loud and large, sound coming out of your system. We have 4 5¼ bays. Remember, this is a full tower, so you're gonna have a lot more space here. Down here is a large ventilated section, and it's actually going to open up here. So if we hit these two little things, it's another door, as you can see right there. And installed, we have a single 140mm fan. Now, you can install a second one right there. And what's really cool about this is the actual fan mounts come out. So we can pull this down, and I can't pull it out because the fan is connected down there, but you can actually go ahead and pull it out here, and you can easily install your fans right on the front. You don't have to go inside the case. It just makes it so much easier to go ahead and do that. Before we go ahead and close up the front door here, there is a small fan controller right here. It has 3 different speeds, and it can control up to 3 fans. At the top of the case here is where you're gonna find all of your connections as well as power and reset buttons. So right in the center here, you have your power button along with a smaller reset button. You have front panel audio, so you have your headset and microphone, and then you have 4 USB ports. The first 2 are USB 3.0 and the second 2 are USB 2.0. At the top of the case, there is room for 2 120 or 2 140mm fans. Now, as you can see, this is covered, and this is Fractal Design's Modu-Vent system, and we'll see it at a lot of places on this case. And what this actually does is there's sound dampening material right here covering this up. Now, you can easily remove that if you like for maximum airflow, but if you're looking for a quiet case, you can go ahead and keep it covered as it is right now. The side panel of the case is pretty much plain. Now, you do have a space here for a 140mm fan to cool off your expansion cards, but again, it is covered up here with the Modu-Vent system. So again, you can remove that if you want to use a fan. If you don't, you just go ahead and keep it covered up. At the back of the case here, you have a 140mm exhaust fan. You have quite a lot of expansion slots. You actually have 9 total. So again, for those who have XL ATX or extended ATX motherboards, you're definitely gonna like that. You can load up a ton of video cards in there. You have a little bit of ventilation right here. And of course, you have your power supply, which is gonna be mounted on the bottom. Included with that, you do have a large fan filter that goes across the entire bottom of the case. You can see how easy it is to remove here and take out. You can just see how long it is. It's gonna go along the entire bottom here, and you can see how easy I put it right back in. Of course, you do have thumb screws on each of the side panels too, so they are very easy to remove. Now, before we go ahead and really get inside, I've taken the side panel and I flipped it over so you can see there is sound dampening material here again. So this is made to be a more of a quiet case. You have sound dampening material on this side panel as well as the back side panel. And you can see that Modu-Vent system here for the 140mm side panel fan. Again, this is easily removable if you actually want to use the fan. Let's go ahead and take this side panel and get it out of the way here. And we can take a look inside. You can see there is a ton of room. Again, this is a full tower case, so you have a lot of space here. Now, I want to mention there is quite a lot of cable routing holes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and they do include the rubber inserts, so you're not gonna rip or tear your cables. Starting here at the top part of the case, you have your 4 5¼ bays. They don't have anything special here, just simple screws to lock all of your drives right into place. Now moving down, you have 2 hard drive cages. Both hard drive cages support up to 8 hard drives, and they have these trays here. Of course, they have the white design, which is Fractal design is really known for, but you can go ahead and take this out and you can see it supports both 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch hard drives. Easy enough to go ahead and put right back in. Now, one thing that's really cool about the hard drive cage, the top one can be removed, so I can go ahead and take out these 2 thumb screws. Should be easy enough to get them out here, because it is much easier with a screwdriver. So there we go. One out, and we'll go ahead, that one's on there pretty tight too, so go ahead and loosen this one up. So we can actually remove this hard drive tray completely, or the cage completely here, as you can see. Now this will be good if you have a lot of drives to install, just makes it a lot easier, but you can completely remove it and have, you know, that empty space for maybe water cooling, or if you have very long video cards, they can go ahead and go in there as well. And you can actually rearrange how the drives are oriented. So, you know, normally it would go right back in just like that. You know, with the trays facing this way, but if you like, you can actually go ahead and change it around and have it go in like that, so the drives are going that way. It's all on how you like it. Again, very easy to do, and again, you're just going to lock it back in with your thumb screws. At the bottom of the case, you actually have a fan. Now this is a 140mm fan, and one thing I really like about it, you know, a lot of fans inside cases don't have fan grills anymore. They're not really used, but in this placement, especially because it's gonna be so close to the power supply, it does have the fan grill right there on top of it. Of course, you have your power supply placement here, and there is actually sound dampening material around the opening, as well as these 2 large rubber feet here that are gonna keep it off the bottom of the case to provide for better airflow. And of course, as we can see here, we do have internal USB 3.0, which is always a plus. Moving on to the expansion slots, they are white, just, you know, that is a Fractal design signature design here with the all white right here. There is 9, like I said, so if you want to load up with video cards, you can go ahead and do that. We have our 140mm exhaust fan there. No fan grill here, but it's usually not needed. And we do have a 3-pin connector on the fan, so you can go ahead and connect it to your motherboard for, you know, easy monitoring and everything like that. Now we're taking a top-down look at the case, and we can see the large CPU cutout right here. So again, if you're installing an aftermarket CPU cooler, you won't have to remove your motherboard from the actual case, which makes things so much easier. You can see the module vent system up here as well. So again, if you don't want to have these installed, you can go ahead and take them out and install your fan or radiator up there if you like. If you want, you know, maximum silence, you can go ahead and keep them installed. So now we've finally taken the other side panel off of the case, and we can kind of see how everything is designed here. We have our large CPU cutout as well as all of our cable routing holes. So there is quite a lot of room here behind the motherboard tray, so you shouldn't have any issues routing all of your cables and getting everything, you know, behind here out of the way, and you should be able to easily put your back side panel back on. We can see the leads here for our fan controller. So you have 3 3-pin leads. It looks like it supports 3 3-pin leads. So you're going to be able to install 3-pin fans. So the 3 fans that are included can easily connect here to your fan controller, no problem whatsoever. So that is basically it here for the Fractal Design Define XL R2 case. Check back very soon because we will have our installation video. So we're going to go ahead and install a system in here and get it all up and running and show you all that. And remember guys, if you like our videos, why don't you subscribe? Catch you guys later.